Chosen ones, your mission to protect the world is a huge gift. What if I told you that you're not here by accident? That you didn't just stumble into this life to live an ordinary existence, to blend into the crowd, to follow the script society hands you? Deep inside you felt it, haven't you? That pull, that strange sense that you're different, that you've been placed here in this very time with a purpose that stretches far beyond the surface of everyday life. You are a chosen one. And I need you to hear this: your mission to protect the world is not a burden. It is a gift. It is the greatest gift you've ever been given. But here's the thing: most chosen ones spend years, even lifetimes, running from their calling, not realizing the magnitude of what they've been entrusted with. Let's start with something simple but profound. You were not chosen because of your perfection or your qualifications. You were chosen because of your heart. You were chosen because of your unique energy, your ability to see and feel things others cannot. You were chosen because, despite your flaws, despite your doubts, despite the times you've stumbled, you hold a light inside of you that is stronger than the darkness around you. But let's be real. It doesn't always feel like a gift, does it? Being chosen can feel heavy. It can feel like a weight you never asked for. Maybe you've even thought, why me? Why do I have to carry this responsibility when so many others seem free to live their lives without this sense of duty? That's the paradox of being chosen. On one hand, you've been given this incredible gift, the ability to see the world through a lens others can't, to feel the energy of the planet, to understand things on a deeper, almost spiritual level. But on the other hand, that awareness can be isolating. It can make you feel like an outsider, like you're walking a path that no one else around you understands. And yet, that is precisely why you were chosen. The world needs people like you, people who are willing to see beyond the surface, who are willing to rise above the chaos, who are willing to protect and nurture what is sacred.
Click subscribe to this channel to get more profound spiritual lesson.
Let me ask you something. When was the last time you truly paused and reflected on why you're here? Not in a superficial way, but deeply. When was the last time you asked yourself, what am I here to do? What am I meant to protect? Who or what am I here to serve? These aren't easy questions, but they're the questions that chosen ones must ask themselves. Because your mission isn't random, it's deliberate. It's woven into the fabric of who you are. The world, in its infinite intelligence, selected you for this role. And that means there is something inside of you, something only you possess, that the world needs. But let's talk about the weight of that responsibility for a moment. Because I know you feel it. I know there are times when it feels overwhelming, when you wonder if you're even capable of fulfilling your mission. And let me tell you this, you are. Even when you doubt yourself, even when you feel like you're failing, even when you have no idea what the next step is, your calling is still alive within you. It doesn't go away, it waits for you. It whispers to you in the quiet moments, reminding you that you have what it takes. The fact that you're here, listening to this, is proof that you're ready to step into your purpose, even if you don't feel ready. Here's something else you need to understand: your mission isn't just about protecting the external world. It's also about protecting the internal world, your own inner light, your connection to the divine, your sense of purpose and truth. Because the world will test you. It will try to dim your light. It will try to distract you, to make you doubt yourself, to pull you into the chaos. That's why being chosen is also about resilience. It's about learning to protect your own energy, your own heart, so that you can show up fully for the mission you've been given. But how do you do that? How do you step into your role as a protector, as a chosen one, when the world feels so overwhelming? It starts with awareness. Awareness of who you are and what's pulling at your energy. Awareness of the distractions, the fears, the doubts that try to keep you small. When you become aware of these things, you can begin to rise above them. You can start to see them for what they are: illusions. The truth is, the light inside you is far stronger than any darkness you'll face. You are far stronger than you've been led to believe. Think about the times in your life when you felt most alive, most connected, most powerful. Those moments weren't random. They were glimpses of your true self, your highest potential. And those moments are a reminder that your mission isn't just about struggle, it's also about joy. Protecting the world doesn't mean sacrificing yourself. It means stepping into the fullness of who you are, embracing your gifts, and allowing your light to shine so brightly that it illuminates the path for others. So, let me leave you with this thought. What if the world isn't something outside of you that you're here to protect? What if the world is a reflection of you? What if your mission isn't just about saving something external, but about transforming yourself so deeply that your very existence becomes a gift to the world? Because that's the truth. Your mission is not separate from who you are. It is who you are. And the moment you fully step into that truth, everything begins to change. The inner battle, why protecting your energy, is the first step to fulfilling your mission. Let's talk about the battlefield, the one that exists within you. So many chosen ones think their mission starts somewhere out there, in the world, in the people they need to help, the systems they need to change, or the causes they need to champion. But the truth, it starts with you. Before you can protect the world, you must first learn to protect yourself. Not from the physical dangers of the world, but from the energetic chaos, the emotional turbulence, and the spiritual distractions that pull you away from your higher purpose. Because here's the secret: the greatest battles you'll ever fight are the ones within your own mind and heart. The world is a noisy place, isn't it? Everywhere you turn, there's something fighting for your attention: social media, the news, other people's opinions, your own fears and insecurities. That noise doesn't just distract you, it drains you. It lowers your vibration, clouds your intuition, and makes you forget who you are and why you're here. This is why protecting your energy isn't optional. It's essential. It's the foundation of everything you're here to do. If you can't protect your inner light, how can you hope to protect the world? But protecting your energy doesn't mean isolating yourself or building walls around your heart. It means learning to cultivate a sense of inner peace and strength that no external force can shake. It means becoming so rooted in your truth, your mission, and your connection to the divine that no amount of chaos can pull you off course. And that starts with awareness. You have to become aware of what's draining you, what's distracting you, and what's pulling you out of alignment with your purpose. Is it the constant comparison to others, the fear of failure, the endless cycle of trying to please people who don't even see your worth? These are the battles you must face head-on. These are the shadows you must bring into the light. Let me ask you this: when was the last time you truly sat with yourself in silence and asked, what is stealing my energy, not in a superficial way, but deeply? Have you ever noticed how much lighter you feel when you let go of what no longer serves you? The toxic relationships, the limiting beliefs, the habits that keep you small. Protecting your energy isn't about avoiding challenges, it's about being intentional with where you direct your focus. Your energy is sacred. It's the fuel for your mission. And if you're giving it away to things that don't align with your purpose, you're robbing yourself and the world of your full potential. But here's where it gets even deeper. Protecting your energy isn't just about what you avoid, it's also about what you allow in. What are you feeding your mind, your heart, your soul? Are you surrounding yourself with people who uplift you, who remind you of your power, who see the light in you even when you forget it's there? Or are you surrounded by negativity, by doubt, by things that make you question your worth. The people and environments you allow into your life are a reflection of how much you value yourself and your mission. And as a chosen one, you have to be discerning. You have to be willing to say no to what doesn't align with your highest self, even if it's uncomfortable. And then there's the inner dialogue, the way you speak to yourself. Are you your own biggest supporter, or are you your harshest critic? Do you encourage yourself to rise, or do you tear yourself down before you even start? Protecting your energy means being mindful of your thoughts, because your thoughts shape your reality. If you're constantly telling yourself you're not enough, not ready, not worthy, how can you expect to fulfill your mission? You have to learn to speak to yourself with the same love and compassion you're here to give to the world. You have to become your own sanctuary, your own source of strength. But let's not pretend this is easy. The inner battle is the hardest part of the journey. It requires you to face parts of yourself that you'd rather avoid: your fears, your doubts, your wounds. It requires you to sit with discomfort, to heal, to grow. But this is where the transformation happens. This is where you become the person you were meant to be. Because every time you choose to protect your energy, every time you choose to rise above the noise and reconnect with your truth, you're stepping closer to your mission. You're becoming the protector, the healer, the light worker you were chosen to be. And here's the beautiful thing: when you protect your energy, when you nurture your inner light, you don't just benefit yourself. You benefit everyone around you. Your energy is contagious. When you're aligned, when you're grounded, when you're vibrating at your highest frequency, you create a ripple effect. You inspire others to do the same. You remind them of their own light, their own power, their own connection to something greater. This is how you protect the world, not by trying to fix everything outside of you, but by becoming the embodiment of what the world needs most: peace, love, and truth. So, let me ask you one final question. What would your life look like if you made protecting your energy your top priority? How different would you feel? How much stronger, clearer, and more aligned would you be? This is where your mission begins, not with grand gestures or external achievements, but with the simple, powerful act of honoring yourself. Because when you honor yourself, you honor the mission you were chosen for. And when you honor your mission, you honor your mission, you honor the world. The world awaits you, while your unique gifts are the key to healing the planet. Have you ever stopped to think about how extraordinary you are? Not in a superficial sense, not in the way the world often measures worth by achievements or status, but in the undeniable fact that you possess something no one else does. Your experiences, your perspective, your talents, your struggles, and even your scars, they all come together to form a unique vibration, a signature frequency that only you can bring to the world. And here's the truth: you must understand your gifts are not random. They were given to you because they are the exact tools you need to fulfill your mission. The world is waiting for you to use them. But let's confront something that often holds chosen ones back. Maybe you've looked at others, people who seem confident, accomplished, and influential, and thought, what do I have to offer compared to them? Maybe you've even dismissed your own gifts because they don't look like someone else's. This is one of the greatest traps for chosen ones: the belief that your gifts aren't enough, that you need to be someone else to make an impact. But let me tell you this: no one can do what you are here to do. No one. The gifts you carry are perfectly aligned with your mission, and they are exactly what the world needs, just as they are. Think about the world for a moment. It's aching, isn't it? You can feel it: the disconnection, the division, the pain. It's almost overwhelming sometimes, like an endless tide of suffering and chaos. But here's the beauty in all of this: the world is not broken beyond repair. It is calling out for healing, for love, for truth. And that call didn't go unanswered. You are part of the answer. You are here because you have something the world needs. Your gifts, no matter how small or insignificant they may seem to you, are the exact medicine someone out there is waiting for. Your voice, your story, your perspective, your creativity, these are not accidents. They are threads in the greater tapestry of healing that the world is weaving right now, and you are an irreplaceable part of it. Let me ask you something. What would happen if you stopped doubting your gifts? What if, instead of hiding them or downplaying them, you leaned into them fully? What if you trusted that the gifts you've been given were not just meant for you, but for the world? Because that's the truth. Your gifts are not meant to stay locked inside of you. They are meant to be shared, to be used, to create ripples of change that extend far beyond what you can see. But that can only happen if you're willing to step into your role as a creator, a healer, a protector. Now, let's talk about the fear that comes with that. Because let's be honest, sharing your gifts is vulnerable. It requires you to step into the light, to be seen, to risk rejection or failure. And that's terrifying, isn't it? But here's the thing, the fear you feel is not a sign that you're unworthy or unready. It's a sign that you care. It's a sign that you're stepping into something bigger than yourself. The fear is not here to stop you, it's here to teach you. It's here to help you grow into the person you're meant to be. Because every time you face that fear and move forward anyway, you become stronger. You become more aligned with your purpose. You become the version of yourself that the world has been waiting for. And don't think for a second that your gifts have to be extraordinary by the world's standards. You don't have to be a genius, a celebrity, or a revolutionary to make an impact. Sometimes the simplest gifts are the most powerful. A kind word, a listening ear, a creative idea, a compassionate act, these are the things that change lives. These are the things that create ripples of healing that extend far beyond what you can see. Never underestimate the power of your presence, of your willingness to show up, of your decision to share what's inside of you. Because the truth is, you may never know the full extent of the impact you're making. But that doesn't mean it's not happening. Let me share something with you. There's someone out there right now who is waiting for you. Someone who needs your light, your story, your gifts to help them find their own. Maybe it's a person you'll meet tomorrow. Maybe it's someone you've already met but haven't shared your full self with yet. Or maybe it's someone you'll never meet, but who will be touched by the ripple effect of your actions. This is why your gifts matter. This is why you matter. Because your willingness to step into your purpose doesn't just change your life, it changes the lives of everyone around you. But here's the catch, the world can only receive your gifts if you're willing to give them. And giving your gifts doesn't mean waiting until you're perfect or ready, it means starting now, with what you have, where you are. It means trusting that the universe will meet you halfway, that the path will reveal itself as you walk it. It means understanding that your gifts don't have to be fully formed to be valuable. Even in their raw, unpolished state, they are powerful, because they are real, because they come from you. So, let me leave you with this. What is the gift inside of you that you've been holding back? What is the thing you've been afraid to share? The thing you've been telling yourself isn't good enough? And what would happen if you decided right now to let it out into the world? Imagine the impact you could have. Imagine the healing you could create. Imagine the lives you could touch. The world is waiting for you, not for some future version of you, but for the you who exists right now. The you who has everything you need to begin. The time is now how to take action and fulfill your mission today. There comes a moment in every chosen one's journey when the waiting must end. The moment when you realize that there is no perfect time, no magic sign that will suddenly make everything clear. That moment is now, right now. The world is calling for you, not the idealized version of you, not the version of you that has it all figured out, but the real you. The you who is willing to take the first step, even if it feels uncertain. The you who understands that your mission doesn't start tomorrow or next year or when you feel ready. It starts today. But let's be honest, the idea of taking action can feel overwhelming. Maybe you're asking, what if I don't know what my mission is yet? Or, what if I fail? These questions are natural, but they can also paralyze you if you let them. The truth is, you don't have to have all the answers to begin. You don't have to see the entire path to take the first step. In fact, the answers you're searching for will often only reveal themselves through action. Waiting for clarity, waiting for certainty, waiting for the perfect conditions, these are just excuses your fear uses to keep you stuck. But you are not here to stay stuck. You are here to move, to create, to serve, and to fulfill the purpose that was placed inside of you. So, what does it mean to take action? It doesn't have to be a grand, world-changing act. It can be small, simple, and deeply personal. Maybe it's having an honest conversation with someone. Maybe it's starting the passion project you've been thinking about for years. Maybe it's volunteering, sharing your story, writing, creating, or just showing up fully for someone who needs you. Whatever it is, it's about committing to the energy of movement. It's about saying, I may not know exactly where this will lead, but I trust that I'm being guided because you are. Every step you take, no matter how small, is part of the unfolding of your mission. And let me remind you of something important: you don't have to do this alone. One of the most beautiful aspects of being chosen is that you're not the only one. There are others like you, others who feel the same pull, the same sense of responsibility, the same deep knowing that they're here for something bigger. Seek them out, connect with them. Surround yourself with people who inspire you, who remind you of your power, who hold you accountable to your highest self. Because together, the impact you can create is limitless. But even as you take action, remember this: your mission is not about perfection. It's not about getting everything right. It's about showing up again and again with an open heart and a willingness to serve. It's about trusting that the divine doesn't call the perfect, it perfects the called. Every mistake, every setback, every moment of doubt is part of your growth. It's part of the process that will shape you into the person you were always meant to be. So let me ask you this: what would your life look like if you decided right now to stop holding back, to stop waiting for permission or clarity or guarantees, and to simply begin? What if, instead of worrying about whether you're enough, you trusted that being here, alive, breathing, listening to this is proof that you're enough? The world doesn't need you to be flawless. It needs you to be present. It needs you to be courageous. It needs you to take the gifts you've been given and use them, not someday, but today. The time is now, not because the world is perfect, but because it isn't. Not because you're fully ready, but because you're willing. Your mission is waiting for you, and the first step is yours to take. So go. Trust yourself. Trust your gifts. Trust the divine plan that chose you for this moment. The world is waiting, and it needs you now more than ever.